Hello and welcome to the final round of the Kia Club Series in association with East Coast Hydrographics here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. I'm Paul Smith, alongside me Adam Bath with Samuli Kumo on the cameras as always. And well, Adam, we've made it to the finale. We've had 16 rounds before this, but we've got the final two races here tonight. Well, the main championship may have already been sewn up with Diogo Melro winning that last week, but this week we've got a couple of championships still to go. The Teams Championship is still up for grabs, and also is the Tier 2 Championship, the inaugural Tier 2 Championship, up for grabs as well. So we've got plenty of interest going into this event.
Yeah, and looking at the times in qualifying, there's very little to separate the guys that are all fighting for that inaugural Tier 2 Championship. What a 10-week season it's been, though. We've had it all, really. We had our inaugural night race the other week at Twin Ring Motegi, and we saw, of course, Diogo Melro being crowned the series champion for season 4. And now we're going to see what's going to happen at Donington. Great circuit to watch Kia racing on, and yeah, we'll be keeping you updated over the next two races on what is happening in the Tier 2 standings. And only 21 points separate James Leggett and Craig Evans going into this final race meeting of the season. And in qualifying, they are currently sitting in 26th for Craig Evans, and James Leggett is down in 30th, so not too many positions separating them at the moment either.
Yeah, really close is this championship for those two. And, well, as we say, also the Teams Championship up for grabs. Team Mad, 96 points ahead of CQR. CQR really hoping to get a good result here, both Maciej Sakovic and Pete Harrod for them. So really, it's all down to those two to get the points here tonight, because it's only a two-man team nowadays. And, well, Pete Harrod, where is he at the moment in qualifying? He's down in 12th and Magic down in 15th. So they've really got it up. It's all up against them at the moment, with Diogo Melro currently being in 6th place in qualifying. Also Jeroen Kaiser and Jim Flanagan is back racing this evening. So Jeroen and Jim are flitted pretty much together as well, 23rd and 24th in qualifying at the moment. So plenty to look into for this event. And well, you know, Adam, it's been a long season. It's been a controversial at times. It's been exciting, but you know, it's always been thrilling racing in this season. And any sort of moments that stand out for you that that really from this season as we go into these final two races?
I think the four races we had at Spa and Monza were definitely ones that stand out. Spa was absolutely fantastic, and then the race after the mid-season break at Silverstone International, that was another brilliant race meeting there. And just running through the calendar here, Interlagos, another great track, and we saw some of the best racing all season there. And Twin Ring Motegi was as well. First time we were racing there this season, and the first time we had a nice race there as well. And a few hints on getting from the organisers that we could see some more night races in the season as well. Watch this space.
You never know. It's certainly something that is looked at in the because it did produce some great racing, and from our point of view, it looked absolutely amazing as well. So really looking forward to this. For me personally, I think that that Silverstone round really was one of the best rounds that we've had all season.
Silverstone race 2, definitely.
Yeah, it was just excitement all the way through. I mean, we forget the season started with Brands Hatch Indy, which always produces really good racing as well. That was really, that was absolutely great. So it's very hard to sort of narrow it down to one sort of specific meeting that I think has been the best. So
Summit wasn't bad either, to be fair.
Yeah, Summit Point as well. Again, we could basically list off the calendar and say it was all a good season. But yeah, definitely some people we can point out here as well that have really come on here. Chris Wood, compared to where he was last season, has really come on leaps and bounds, and working with the likes of Piers Pryor and Clinton Bell, and that has really done well for that Ferrari 73 car. Up in 3rd place at the moment in qualifying is Chris as well, so he's really come on leaps and bounds this season. And somebody who's made a bit of a late run of it as well that we notice here, Lewis Bibby. He had a fantastic second race last week at Motegi, and this week is currently qualified in 5th place. Not bad for them from the privateer.
They did really well last time out at Tsurumu Motegi to do a good job of holding off the leaders for the majority of the second race, a track that none of the drivers really knew at all well. And yeah, he's putting in the lap times now in qualifying up inside the top 5, similar almost to Diego Melro at the start of the season, where we were wondering where he had come from. And of course he went on to win the championship. So if Lewis Bibby stays around for next season, which I think he is planning on doing, we could see him continue to go from strength to strength, possibly even do a Leicester City, end the season well, and then go on to win the title next season. Let's see if that happens.
Yeah, certainly it would be a dream come true if that happened. But, well, we're in qualifying now, the last 2.5 minutes of this qualifying session, so people will be thinking about going on to their final runs here. It is a short lap around here as well, just 1.96 miles around this Donington National Circuit. And it's a circuit that has stayed on the calendar since day one for the Club Series, so it's got plenty of history in the Club Series. It's had titles won here 3 of the 4 seasons now. So, really, this is the first time we've not had a championship decided for the main championship, but at least now we've got the Tier 2 to make up for that as well.
Yeah, we started season 1 with a thrilling title decider there, where Maciej Sakovic pipped Ben Hackerson to the title in the final corner of the final lap of the final race. And then moving into season 2 and 3, it's been really a happy hunting grounds for CQR. Michael Hall and Matt Bunn 1-2 there in race 1 in season 2, and Craig Evans getting a win. His first win, I do believe, in the series in race 2, with Adam Gosling finishing second and missing out on the title. Season 3, Piers Pryor, the revelation of the series, did a brilliant job there of winning race 1, and Ben Palmer winning race 2 there. And now we get on to the final race of this season, where the title's already been wrapped up. But yeah, the final 2 races in the Tier 2 category. So all our eyes will be on that as well as the battles going on at the front, which usually happens in the Club Series, of course.
Yeah, so 1 minute to go in qualifying. At the moment, it's Piers Pryor on pole position, provisionally for the time being. Michael Hall second with Chris Wood third. Matt Bunn showing a good late run in here in 4th place. So 2 CQR and East Coast Hydrographics cars going well here. Then Lewis Bibby in 5th with Pete Newman up in 6th place. Maciej Sakovic has moved up to 7th with Pete Harrod 8th. So 2 CQR cars doing their bit for their team
exactly the same time as well.
Yeah, exactly. So really good teamwork from themselves there. Diogo Melro in 9th with Ian Roskell. Again, another man who's come on towards the end of this season in 10th place. But you look at how close it is in this field, and I know I keep on mentioning it every time we have qualifying. But first place, 108.8, all the way down to 31st with a 109.8, all within the second. That just shows how close this field is. And yeah, it's a fixed setup for these drivers, but really, that's 39 cars on this grid here today. That is really impressive, and we're waiting for the final few cars to come through to set the lap times. Michael Hall just coming through the final chicane now. Getting a draft off of Matt's right, so that'll help him out across here. Chris Wood actually moved up to 2nd place now in the field, and Michael Hall does improve his time, but not enough to get that 2nd place. Who else is on a lap? Ben Gregory at the moment is on a lap. He's just coming through Coppice down the straight, and well, Adam Gosling also finishing a lap here. He's behind 62, which is Adam Hadfield, of course. Gosling comes across the line and does not improve his time. Ben Gregory, he goes into the pit, so he's abandoning that lap. And is everybody else done here? It does look like it, yeah. So I'm just having a look to see if there's anybody else running through here. Chris Sherburn just comes across the line now to complete his final lap time. So yeah, we are all set then for 20 minutes then. So Adam, it's a big grid here, 39 cars. Why don't you take it away for us?
Okay, let's get the grid then for round 17 of the Club Series for season 4. Piers Pryor is on pole position. No surprise there, he's done it plenty of times this season. Chris Wood alongside him on the front row. Will Chris Wood finally get that win? Michael Hall, he won here in season 2. Will he do it from the 2nd row of the grid? He starts 3rd. Matt Bunn, finished second in that very race in Season 2. He'll start 4th. Ben Hackison nearly won the title here in Season 1. He'll start in 5th with Lewis Bibby, as Paul was saying. Great race last week and continuing his form here at Donington. He'll start 6th. Pete Newman and Maciek Sakovic 7th and 8th. 9th is Sakovic's teammate Pete Howard, setting exactly the same time. And 10th is our series champion Diogo Melro. 11th Ian Roskell. 12th Sam Reed. 13th is Clinton Bell. Adam Gosling, who's been runner-up in the series Season 2 and 3, but not this year, will start 14th. Tom Stanley 15th. Ben Gregory 16th. Adam Hadfield 17th. 18th Sharon Kaiser. 19th Roy Ververke. And 20th Tristan Bodis. 21st is Sean Gardner, 22nd Max Wright, 23rd is Chaz Draycott, good to see Chaz back on the grid. Mark Woodhouse 24th, Craig Evans 2nd in the Tier 2 Championship, he starts 25th. Andrew Whitehead, who won back-to-back race 2s earlier in the season with XLD Motorsport, starts 26th. Jim Flanagan 27th, 28th Scott Malcolm, 29th John Roberts, 30th James Leggett, 31st Dale Green, Jason Rowe 32nd, Lauren Murray 33rd, Stuart Atkinson 34th, 35th Darrell Rampson, Boulder Care 36th, 37th Christopher Sherburn, and starting at the back in 38th it is Neil Rocks.
And there's also Ethan McColgan as well.
Oh, yeah.
He's starting around the corner, actually. Have you seen this? He's actually on the corner of the final chicane, so he's having to turn and go as well. We're just waiting for one more car to go, and then we'll be all set here for 20 minutes around Donington Park for the penultimate race of Season 4 with East Coast Hydrographics of the Club Series. The red light is on, the green light comes on, away they go from the start there, and it's a good start from Piers Pryor from pole position. Chris Wood is going to cut in behind, trying to stop Michael Hall, the fast starting Michael Hall, in towards turn 1, Redgate corner, and well, is everyone going to get through? Piers Pryor doing a good job of keeping ahead of Wood, and he's pulling away already, and Michael Hall just sneaks in front to take that place. So it's Hall in second, Wood third, Bone in fourth, Ben Hackison fifth with Pete Newman sixth. Lewis Bibby lost a couple of places here, he's down to 7th place. We've got contact, and it's Craig Evans. And who else is that? That's not well, that's a big
Max
one
Wright,
here.
27.
Max Wright, yeah, so Max Wright is off, and McLeod Evans sliding it back onto the track. He's got a slow down penalty as well. And who is that going
Sean
slowly
Gardner.
as well? Sean Gardner, yeah, so it's big moments here going on early on in this race. Ben Gregory's got a slow down penalty, and well, there's all sorts of contact going on up at Coppice, but down the hill they go towards the end of the first lap.
Oh
and
no,
it is Piers
Leggett's off. Tier
well,
2 leader James Leggett is off in the grass, and there's Craig Evans about to pass him as we complete lap 1.
Oh, you just cannot write this. There are others that can win Tier 2 mathematically, but really you'd have to say it's between those two. But at the moment, it is Piers Pryor in first, Michael Hall second, Chris Wood third, Ben Hackison who moved up to 4th place. What's happened to Matt Bunn? In this one, Pete Newman is 5th, Lewis Bibby 6th, Pete Harrod 7th, Maciej Sakovic 8th, with Diogo Melro, our champion, Season 4 champion, in 9th, and Ian Roskell in 10th place, and now Pete Newman battling away, and so Chris Wood as well, battling away with Michael Hall. They're trying their best to get away, but absolute drama at the start of this race. Craig McLeod Evans is having to make a pit stop, so James Leggett 37th there, so he's not going to be gaining that many points on him. He needs to move forward in this field as Bill DeCare and Ben Gregory are side by side. You've got Roy Ververke has got a slow down penalty, so he's having to serve that one, keeping out of everyone's way. Just drama from the get-go here in this race, and absolutely fantastic here. Let's go down towards turn 1. Piers Pryor is a man on a mission here. He's wanted to try and do what he's done in other race 1s here in this championship and just pull away from the field.
And of course, we were talking before we went on air, Paul, no other race meeting is the reverse grid going to be as important. These Tier 2 drivers benefit so much from the reverse grid, and if a driver like Craig Evans or James Leggett can get in a reverse grid position, or maybe some of the other guys like Jason Rowe or Sean Gardner, it could hugely affect the outcome of the Tier 2 Championship.
Don't forget, reverse grid goes from 21st to 32nd in this series. So really, that'll be the aim for James Leggett and McLeod Evans. They're saying that McLeod Evans is way off the pace here. He's 35 seconds behind the 38th place man. So Really big struggle for those two, but we'll keep an eye on those. But we're also looking at the race here, and Jeroen Kaiser is a man who's putting the pressure on Clinton Bell here as they head down towards the chicane. It is an overtaking spot here. It is difficult to make that move stick as well, but that is what he's trying to do. But for the time being, Jeroen just staying behind here, and Pete Harrod also hounding the back of the Tier 2 driver Lewis Bibby. Lewis Bibby, of course, a privateer in the series, so doing it on his own, and he's doing a fantastic job here, up in 6th place at the moment in this race after starting in that 6th place as well. So he hasn't lost any places, but he hasn't gained any either as we go through the Craner curves down towards the old hairpin once again. Iconic circuit in touring cars as well, Bibby and Harrod going side by side as they head up towards McLean's here, and Bibby, I think, is going to let Harrod have that place. Yes, he is. And well, Harrod, he's fighting for a team's championship along with his teammate Magic Sakovic, who is in 8th place behind Bibby. So Sakovic is the next one on the target, well, the next one in the sights of a CQR car, and Lewis Bibby has a slowdown penalty.
So easy to get. We've seen plenty of drivers do that tonight, and Pete Harrod, a man on the mission, of course, the penultimate time.
Ben Gregory's here.
Ben Gregory as well, is it?
He's off.
Oh, he's off.
Ben Gregory is off. Contact with not Build a Car, the 199 car. That's Daryl Rampton going into McLean's. So big incident there with those. A lot of damage on the front of those two cars, so they went into the wall. Tom Stanley moving up down the inside of Adam Gosling. Is either going to go side by side through Redgate as they go down the Craner curves here, and it's still side by side here. You can do this, but you've got to have a lot of cooperation between the two of you. And well, Gosling just slots in front of Stanley for the time being, and now Stanley having to hold off his teammate here in Adam Hadfield. And well, the gloves are off here today. Chaz Draycott dropping down places as well. He's off doing a bit of lawn mowing here down at the bottom of the Craner curves by the looks of things, so he's not having a good time. In fact, though, it's on the entry to the old hairpin there. So Chaz Draycott dropping down now as well with a lot of damage on his car. Lots of things happening here in this race, and there's still 14 minutes left in this one, Adam.
Crazy, and we'll see if this has allowed any of the other drivers, like the likes of Evans and Leggett, to gain any positions. James Leggett is now being shown as in 32nd place, so that is the
31st now.
31st, so he's now inside the positions needed to be eligible for a spot on the reverse grid. Craig Evans, I think, is just a bit too far away because, of course, he had to serve that pit stop at the end of the first lap. So I think he needs to hope some more drivers have to take a visit to the pits for him to get involved in a shot reverse grid. So it's all going to happen in the next, how long we've got? About 15 minutes still of racing to go. All happening, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so, well, further down the order, Woodhouse and Stuart Atkinson were going side by side into Redgate, but Atkinson able to hold on to that position for the time being. And Pete Newman getting very close here to Chris Wood, and he's going down the inside at McLean's. He's got the inside line, and look at this, Ben Hackerson is trying to take advantage of that. He's going to try and follow Pete through here, and that's the problem with Donington Park. If you get one car go past you on the inside at the wrong part at McLean's, you then get freight trained by the next cars that are behind you, and Ben Hackerson is trying to do that as they head down into the chicane here, and it's going to be very close. There's maybe a little bit of rubbing there, a little bit of bumping and barging, and Hackerson goes off. He's forced off there by Wood. Wood getting to grips with touring car racing very well here. And well, look at that, Pete Harrod, the man coming around the outside into Redgate Corner once again. Will he be able to carry that speed through there? And the answer is, I think, is yes. Yes, he does. He slots in front of Wood. So great move there from Pete, gained 2 positions.
I've done that move before in the BSRTC on a certain Kip Stevens, and tell you what, it's very, very satisfying doing that around as off goes Ben Gregory, as off goes Ben Hackerson again. Sorry, yeah, the man that lost out on the Tyson, and it's allowed Maciek Sakovic through. Chris Wood, as you were saying, he got hung out to dry. He went off in the exact same corner where Ben Hackerson did on this lap, the old hairpin, and yeah, he's lost a ton of time as a result. So it's allowed Pete Newman through into 3rd, and Pete Harrod through into 4th now. Yeah,
so those drivers moving through. And, well, with 12 minutes remaining of this race, still plenty to go on here as we go down the straight towards the chicane once again at the end of the lap, and Piers Pryor has got a 2.5 second lead over Michael Hall here. Pete Newman has just gapped out in third place ahead of Pete Harrod. So we've got 3 wide. Lewis Bibby. Oh, this could be interesting. Ian Roskell going down the inside.
Where's he going?
A Club 73 car as well. That's Sam Reed and Clinton Bell. He's joining in on the action here as well. We've got Sam Reed on the grass. Lewis Bibby. Well, Sam Reed very sensibly getting out the way of them. Well, Ian Roskell, what a way to get through there. Up into 9th place now for him. And Lewis Bibby, after that slow down penalty, just struggling a little bit down in 11th place for the time being, with Clinton Bell in 10th, just ahead of him.
Well, Sam Reed was trying to get it back onto the track, but Lewis Bibby was in the way, and he's now going to try and get past Sharon Kaiser up the inside. And Kaiser will try and hold it out on the outside, which you can do here. And now we're going to go into this right-hander, which goes onto the back straights. Who's going to be latest on the brakes between those two? Still going on further up. It's side by side between the other Club 73 car, Clinton Bell versus Ian Roskell, going into the final chicane. Hard on the brakes. It's a good place to overtake here. And up the inside goes Clinton Bell, and he's done it. And this puts Lewis Bibby in a good composite position, but it doesn't in the end. And this allows the squabbling two behind of Kaiser and Sam Reed to close in as well.
Yeah, so plenty of action going on in this one. Fantastic racing, and Clinton Bell, great move down the inside to take that 9th place. Just an update for you. James Leggett now up to 27th place. So great effort from him, and his teammate actually is behind him in 28th. So James will be feeling safe there. He needs to pull forward towards Jameson Rowe now, who's in 26. That's the next one on his hit list. But Leggett, a little bit of damage to the rear of that car. He's doing well so far, 27th. Craig McLeod-Evans, he's languishing down in 37th. This is a disaster for Craig here. He was hoping to make a good challenge of the championship, and it was that incident down at the old hairpin on the opening lap. We've seen it happen plenty of times before in the past, and it's costing him so far in this one. But definitely, in fact, he's getting caught up by the leader, Piers Pryor here, is Craig, so it could end up being a lap down here.
Just looking at the points before we factor in any bonus points for any stuff. 27th is 24 points, and 37th is 7 points. So the gap between Leggett and Evans could go from 21, that's 17 points, so 38
yes,
points between them. Thank you. 38 points could be the difference.
As I said last week, maths, you can count on it. As we go through, we've got Gosling and Hadfield side by side through the old hairpin. And, well, this battle has been going on for a little while here. And they're still side by side as they head towards McLean's. It's going to be Hadfield who's got the more advantageous line through here, down the inside, and he's got the inside for the next one. But that eye-glazing Limit Squad driver of Adam Gosling does not give up here, and going around the outside of Coppice, it doesn't really work, but they're still going to be side by side. And, well, Tom Stanley and the queue of cars behind him, Matthew Bunn, Tristan Bodis, they're all just queuing up behind to find out they can get involved in this action. It's Gosling. Well, he hurled it round the outside here through the chicane. They're still side by side through the chicane, and it's Gosling. He's going to end up losing out that position to Adam Hadfield. So Hadfield makes it ahead of Gosling, and here comes Matt Bunn now. He's a man who's dropped down positions in this race, diving down the inside. And who's that waiting on the apron there? Is that Bill DeCare or someone like that?
Yes, it is.
But yeah, so we've lost Ben Gregory from the race, as well as Ethan McColgan. He's out of the race as well, and well, it's as I keep on saying, it's all action everywhere. And well, speaking of all action, at the front, third place, second place, Michael Hall, Pete Newman. Newman has caught up to Hall in this one. Newman is always a man who's gone well around Donington Park, especially this national layout. And Newman it is who's on the inside line here. And Pete Harrod right behind now, trying to get involved in this one. And down into the chicane once again. Hall and Newman side by side. He can just about make it through there side by side, and they do. But it's now Pete Harrod trying to make the move on Pete Newman. The two Petes battling away in towards Redgate Corner. I think Michael Hall actually was holding up Pete Newman there, and he has!
Wow!
Pete Harrod round the outside of both of them. Fantastic overtake from Pete Harrod there, and I think a little bit of tactics there from CQR. Okay, CQR and East Coast Hydrographics are not in the same team, but they are in the same family, and well, that's a bit of I'll rub your back if you rub mine. And well, Hall is now trying to hold up Pete Newman as Maciej Sakovic gets involved in here. And this is all for the team's championship to help them out there. So Sakovic, a little bit of contact behind as well, and it's all backing up here. And well, Pete Harrod 7 seconds behind Piers Pryor. So Pryor out at the front there, and Hall once again parking it on the apex. We've seen Newman and Hall, of course, have got previous from Watkins Glen on that final lap of that epic second race. And well, Pete Newman, I wouldn't deny him pushing him out the way, if I'm honest. I would give him that. But yeah, another lap, 6 minutes to go in this one, and it's still absolutely neck and neck between these two.
Well, the CQR and East Coast Hydrographics car, Michael Hall did a brilliant job of boxing in Pete Newman there, and Newman getting ever more frustrated here on lap 13 of the race. And Pete Harrod, such precision under braking to go around the outside of both of them, leapfrogging both of them and up into second place. I don't think Pete Harrod would have been expecting that after starting in 9th on the grid, but he's doing well around here as the two-time champion. Of course, after tonight he'll have to relinquish the number one, as Sakovic could be under pressure from the eye-glazing limit squad car of Hackerson.
Yeah, Hackerson we've seen being off a couple of times here in this race. Looking to the inside of McLean's, and Sakovic, he's going down the inside here, and they're going to go side by side. And look at that, Chris Wood behind. He's wanted to get involved in this one, and just sitting there behind both of them is Diogo Melrose, well, like Team Madcar. And, well, Diogo trying to do his best. And Pete Newman now, he's gone alongside of Michael Hall. This is his opportunity. Down into the chicane. We've seen how good Hall is on the brakes, though. And they're going to go side by side for the chicane. Once again, a little bit of rubbing, a little bit of door banging, and Hall just escorts Pete off the track a little bit. But Pete Newman is still going to get ahead here. And Michael Hall's going to drop down to 4th place here in this one. Down the inside goes Newman, Hall trying to get the cutback, and meanwhile behind it's Chris Wood, who's got ahead of Maciej Sakovic now. So does Diogo Melrose. Well, so Melrose ahead of Sakovic in this one. Fantastic racing from these guys at the front. Still further down, James Leggett actually is behind his teammate now. Sean Gardner's got ahead of him, so I don't think that's helping Leggett out in the championship. Craig McLeod-Evans now 35th. Because of a couple of cars dropping out this race. So Craig McLeod-Evans has made up a couple of places, but interested to see how we go into the end of this race. We've got 4 minutes remaining in this one, and this battle for 3rd place is absolutely epic. Just look at this, we've got cars from 3rd to 10th all together in a line. It's Michael Hall is going to look down the inside into the chicane this time, and Pete Newman with a little bit of damage on the front end of that car. Late on the brakes, too late on the brakes. He's going to have a slow down penalty for that one, and that's that one run. And well, here comes Chris Wood and Ben Hackerson. Oh, the 3 wide down the straight here. Pete Newman's back up to speed now. Oh dear, this is going to get messy here, surely. Wood looking to the outside of Redgate. Diogo just giving a little nudge there to Wood. And well, they're all managing to go through side by side. So they go down the crater curves. And what a sight this is. Fantastic racing from these guys. They all sort each other out. And Pete Newman from 3rd place down to 7th now because of that slow down penalty at the chicane.
Can't take this eyes off this battle, can you? On lap 15, and now here comes Hackerson. He's the man on the move. He's up to 5th place. He wants to take 4th away from the car of Chris Wood going into the right-hander, and he's now closed in on Michael Hall, who wasn't quick through there at all. Now up to the top of the hill. On the inside goes Hackerson. He's got the inside line. Oh, I thought he was going to hit Hall then for a second, but his exit speed is compromised, and now Diogo Melrose, the series champion, is onto the back of these guys. 2 by 2 down the straight, and Hackerson's going to lose out here to Diogo Melrose around the outside, possibly into the chicane, unless he throws it up the inside, which is what Sakovic is doing. and up the inside he goes on Newman. Newman hits him twice, and Sakovic has to go wide, and this is going to allow the other Club 73 car, Clinton Bell, to get in the mix here. 3 wide possibly. Oh, that's close. Clinton Bell was there, and Newman had to get out of it, and Sakovic is going to go up the inside of him as well, so he's got mugged by those two, and he's also been done by Ian Roskell. So Pete Newman losing another position, and now Lewis Bibby is on the back of him. Meanwhile, the front
he's got damage.
He's got damage.
Yeah, Newman's got damage. Yeah. I think that's one too many hits he's taken here, which is a shame for Pete because, like I say, he does so well here at Donington Park. So big drama in this one, but plenty of action as well. Fantastic racing from these guys. And, well, it's still Michael Hall in that 3rd place, but Chris Wood... Oh, what was that? Was that somebody blowing an engine?
It was. It was one of the Club 73 cars.
Sam Reed. Sam Reed is slowing down. That's it. His race is done here. 1.5 minutes left in this one as we come towards the start-finish line, so we'll get 2 laps here yet. There's still more action because Piers Pryor's already across the line. So yeah, Sam Reed is out of this race after looking really promising for him. And, well, that moves everybody up 1 place there. So, well... 1 minute and just over, but we're just hitting the 1 minute mark of this race. Piers Pryor 8.2 seconds ahead of Pete Harrod, and this battle here, Ben Hackerson, Chris Wood, the side by side through the crane of curves, and it's going to be Hackerson who gets ahead, and now it's Hackerson versus Hall, and these are 2 drivers who really do not give a quarter at all, Adam.
Definitely, and we're seeing it here. And of course that engine blow up will put Craig Evans up another position. He'll be up to 34th now. He still needs 2 more cars to tangle and finish 1 lap or more down for him to gain that position as Hackerson looks to the outside and then back to the inside, and a little bit of contact between Hackerson and Hall. Hall of course won race 1 here back in season 2, and now round the outside goes Chris Wood. That's going to be interesting to see if that works. Diego Melro is trying the same move on Clinton Bell. And Lewis Bibby's trying to get up the inside of is that Ian Roskell? Yes, it is, going into the chicane. So plenty of action to look at here inside the top 5. It's up the inside. Goes number 73. That is Clinton Bell. Forces Melro to concede just. And that is Clinton Bell up into what is now, is that 5th place? 6th place?
Bell
still
up
in
6th place.
6th place,
and,
yeah.
Well, Lewis Bibby now down the inside of Roskell. We've got really close action there, and Bell and Diogo Melro coming past, and Melro's back past now, and we're on to the last lap here. Piers Pryor already heading towards McLean's. That's just how far ahead he is, but really it's this battling further down is where all the action is. I was saying that Tom Stanley and Matthew Bunn are side by side down the crane of curves as we're heading to the old hairpin. It's going to be Stanley maybe holding that outside line, carrying the speed through there, and he does. And Tristan Bunn is now contact with Bunn. Bunn goes off, and that's it for him. He's got, well, he's carrying on, but I think he's got big damage. It's a light brush, yeah, it is but a scratch. But anyway, on contact with Jim Flanagan, that's not good. But coming across the line here, Piers Pryor, what a fantastic effort. Another race 1 domination from Piers in that one there. 2nd place will come Pete Harrod, and it's this battle for 3rd all the way to the end, and it's going to be Michael Hall who comes across the line here to take that 3rd ahead of Ben Hackerson. Chris Wood is going to finish in 5th place ahead of Diogo Melro with Clinton Bell and Magic Sakovic. Lewis Bibby ended up in 9th place after getting caught out by slowdown penalty, and still it's battling going on into the chicane. Lorne Murray is coming up to the back of Scott Malcolm here. These are the people who are battling it out for position. Sean Gardner, I'm surprised, hasn't given up the place to James Leggett as they go across the line. So Leggett finishing 27th. Craig McLeod-Evans ended up finishing 34th, so outside of the chances of a reverse grid there for James. For Craig. So Roy Verkate, the last man to come across the line there on the lead lap. So take a breath, Adam. That was fantastic stuff there.
Brilliant, and we've still got 1 more race to go, of course, and we've got a reverse grid, so all these guys are going to be fighting their way through the field, so plenty more action for us to look at, and I think we'll definitely need to get ready for some out of breath moments in the 2nd race, because that 1st race was something special. One of the best races of the season, I think.
Absolutely. It was absolutely fantastic. So, as the drivers pull into the pits, why don't you take us through your finishing results then, Adam?
Okay, so it's another race 1 win, lights the flag from pole position for Piers Pryor. Pete Harrod going from 9th to 2nd, so he may be bowing out as the champion for this season, but Pete Harrod's definitely still showing what skills he has in a Kia Optima. Michael Hall in 3rd, Ben Hackerson 4th, Chris Wood 5th, Diogo Melro finishing in 6th in the end, 7th for Clinton Bell, 8th Magic Sakovic, 9th Lewis Bibby after serving that slowdown, and 10th is Ian Rosscore. Pete Newman finished 11th, despite being up there at the front towards the halfway mark of the race. Adam Hadfield finishing 12th, Sharon Kaiser 13th, Adam Gosling 14th, 15th Tom Stanley, Andrew Whitehead in 16th, Tristan Bodis in 17th place, 18th John Roberts, 19th Jim Flanagan, and 20th Matt Bunn. 21st is Mark Woodhouse, 22nd was Stuart Atkinson, 23rd Jason Rowe, Scott Malcolm 24th, Lorne Murray 25th, Sean Gardner in 26th, 27th our Tier 2 leader James Leggett, 28th Chris Sherburn, 29th Dale Green, 30th Chaz Draycott, 31st Max Wright, 52nd Neil Rocks, Roy Ververke 33rd, and then the cars 1 lap down or more. Craig Evans 1 lap down in the gravel at the old hairpin on lap 1. Noah Rampton also 1 lap down in 35th. Sam Reed, engine blow up for him, 3 laps down in 36th. Bill DeCare 5 laps down in 37th. Ben Gregory also had issues, he finished 9 laps down in 38th. And Ethan McColgan out early, started 39th and finished in 39th.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Adam, for going through them. And, well, I know a few of the drivers have been saying that was absolutely breathless for them. Well, it was for us in the commentary booth here. And intense racing from everyone. Great, on the most part clean, just a couple of little silly things, but overall great driving. But we've got the reverse grid to draw up here, 21st to 32nd. So, Adam, where don't we look at who's in contention?
Now, yeah, this is going to be interesting because just looking at the drivers still eligible for the Tier 2, Sean Gardner, if he's... I don't think he's going to be eligible to still run for the Tier 2 title, I don't think. But yeah, we'll run you through the drivers who are going to be eligible for the final reverse grid of the season, 21 down to 32. And the drivers that are eligible are as follows: Mark Woodhouse, Stuart Atkinson, Jason Rowe, Scott Malcolm, Lorne Murray, Sean Gardner, James Leggett, Chris Sherburn, Dale Green, Chaz Draycott, Max Wright, and Neil Rocks. So, for the final time this season, Samuli Kumo, our man on the cameras, will spin the wheel and we will find out who's on pole for round 18 of the Club Series.
Yeah, the wheel will spin and we will see which number will come up here for us, and it is 21.
21 doesn't help any of the Tier 2 drivers. It puts Mark Woodhouse onto pole position with Matt Bunn 2nd, Jim Flanagan in 3rd, 4th John Roberts, and Tristan Bodis in 5th.
Yep, so our Tier 2 drivers, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be where the gloves really come off here for the final part of this season. So what we'll do is we will take a step aside for just a few moments while we get our breath back and see how this final race goes. Don't go anywhere. This is the Club Series with East Coast Hydrographics live here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. We'll be right back after these messages.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to the Club Series with East Coast Hydrographics here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. And what a first race we had of the evening tonight. It's just been absolute thriller minute in this season, and certainly really good racing from everybody in that first one. But then you've got one more race. It's the final race of the season here, and well, the championships are still pretty much up for grabs. The Tier 2 standings, it's still up for grabs, but it's more in the favour of James Leggett now, as he gained 14 points on Craig Evans on that last race. So certainly those guys have got a little bit of a gap there between them now, a bit more. But Adam, it's anything could still happen here. As we said, 21 points to 34, so that's 35 points, isn't it then, really?
Yeah.
So Craig Evans, really, I'm just getting messages through from one of the admins of the series that as long as James finishes in the top 13, he guarantees his position. So, but still, that's going to be a tough task.
That's tough. That is tough.
27th, you were in that mid-pack at the start, and we saw what happened to Craig in that first race. Anything could happen still.
And James was involved in a bit of himself. He was lucky to escape any damage on that opening lap. It was just a bit of a harmless spin for him on lap one. Yeah, but he could be the one facing the wrong way in the old hairpin on the opening lap. So better be careful. They'll be making sure that they steer clear of any danger. But of course, it's the final race of the season, and they'll be going all out as the two CQR East Coast Hydrographics cars on their roofs. But yeah, this is going to be very close. And we'll see how it gets on in a few moments.
Yeah, and CQR still have to get some good points here as well to beat Team Mad in the Teams Championships. We'll be giving you all of the all the main standings at the end of these races. once everything is all finalised and sorted, and that everything is done. But it's still really close in this one, so it's going to be difficult to call as we go through here. But basically, the easiest way to put it is James Leggett needs to finish ahead of Craig McLeod-Evans to guarantee it. I mean, that's basically all he needs to do here, but that's a tough one. But the teams one, we'll have to get the abacus out and count that all up before the teams we can call the teams championship. So about a minute and 3 quarters left in the warm-up session before the race here, Adam, and well, it's that first race I think pretty much summed up this championship as a whole, because it was just action all the way through. If it wasn't at the front, it was further down the order as well.
I think this showed really how Donington Park lends itself as touring car racing, because you could set a driver up out of every single corner pretty much on this circuit and create an overtaking move going into the next one. And we saw so many battles going on during the race. It was hard for us to analyse any sort of overtaking manoeuvre. I think we tried at certain points.
I think the best one has to be Pete Harrod around the outside of Hall and Newman.
I don't know whether there was any teamwork going on there, but the fact that he was able to just go around the outside of both of them, with Michael Hall boxing in Pete Newman for good measure, just made it even better. And yeah, probably move of the race. One of the moves of the season.
I was going to say, possibly move of the season there for that one. So it's just that they never seem to cease to amaze this in this championship, and it's just really good. And it just, you look at this, quite a number of the drivers in this series have progressed on into the Pro Series as well on Thursday night. So it just goes to show how the competitive nature of this series helps out the Pro Series as well. Yeah,
we're seeing drivers the duo here starting to make their mark in the main championship as well. Of course, we've got Diogo Melro, who's the champion here now, doing well over there. Michael Hall, he's helping Race Hub as well over in the Pro Series there.
Tristan Bodis,
Matt Bunn. He's here. Matt Bunn, Ben Hackerson as well, Andrew Whitehead, and some better than others. John Roberts as well, Pro-Am champion as well. Yeah. So plenty of names as we're now heading down to the grid.
Yeah, take us through it quickly. We've only got a minute.
Yeah, we got Mark Quidhouse on the pole then. Let's see if we can do it. Matt Bunn second. John Roberts will be in third. Tristan Bodis fourth. Andrew Whitehead fifth. Tom Stanley sixth. Adam Gosling seventh. Eighth, Jerome Kaiser. Ninth, Adam Hadfield. 10th is Pete Newman. Ian Roskell is 11th. 12th, Lewis Bibby. Magic Sakovic 13th. Clinton Bell 14th. Diogo Melro, the champion, 15th. 16th, Chris Wood. 17th, Ben Hackerson. 18th, Michael Hall. 19th, Pete Harris. And 20th, our race one winner, Piers Pryor. Stuart Atkinson, 21st. 22nd, Jason Rowe. 23rd, it is Scott Malcolm. Law Murray, 24th. Sean Gardner, 25th. James Leggett leading the Tier 2 standings in 26th. Chris Sherburn, 27th. 28th is Dale Green. 29th, Chaz Draycott. 30th, it is Max Wright. 31st, Neil Rocks. 32nd, Reverke. Evans, 31st. Reed, 34th. DeKerr, 35th. Gregory, 36th. 37th, Flanagan. 38th, Ramson.
And away we go then for the final round of the Club Series East Coast Hydrographics. Look at that grid just fanning out there down towards Redgate Corner. It's Matt Bunn who gets the best start here in towards turn one. The back end coming on him though. The cold tyres really affecting them. And well, we've got cars going off. This is going to be a big one, this one. Surely, and that is a big one indeed. And well, will everyone make it through? The answer is no, not everyone makes it through. James Leggett, I believe, is lost control. Oh, we've got cars going off at the old hairpin as well. And it's all happening here today. Oh, more contact further back as well. And people off in the old hairpin. Builder Care getting caught in that. Dale Green. Ian Roskell has been involved as well. But Matt Bunn is the man who's out in the lead at the moment. And, well, incredibly, there is Tristan Bodis in second place. Tom Stanley in third, with Matt Woodhouse in fourth place, with Euron Kaiser fifth, Adam Gosling sixth, Andrew Whitehead in seventh, Lewis Bibby eighth, Ben Hackerson ninth, and Diogo Melro 10th. Although those places are changing. Oh, who's that? Chris Wood coming flying from nowhere down the inside, and well, the cold tyres catching everyone out here. Our Tier 2 Championship rivals absolutely neck and neck. Leggett is 31st, McLeod Evans 30th and 31st between those two.
think that was a slowdown for Chris Wood. But yeah, end of lap 1. Evans, yeah, 31st. James Leggett in 30th. He's battling away with Roy Ververke in 29th. And more cars off.
Big else. Sean Gardner and
Sean
Rowe.
Gardner and Jason Rowe. Yeah, Jason Rowe was third in the Tier 2 standings, of course.
Oh, they were side by side going into the corner curves, and Gardner not completely over to the right, Rowe not completely over to the left, and it's that old favourite of Alex Simpson's, the rear quarter panel, and that's it. They were around. Scott Malcolm is off as well. He's in the gravel. Everybody's just going off here. He got a bump there from Jim Flanagan on the braking into McLean. So, Malcolm is back up and running again. But, where do you look here? It's all chaos here. You can tell it's the final round of the season because the gloves are off here.
Sam Reid out of the race. End of the season for him. A bad race meeting, really. Blown engine and a crash at the start of race 2. So, not a bad way to end the season there for Sam Reid. Let's have a look at a battle going on between Mark Woodhouse and Jerome Kaiser. This is over 5th and 4th. Kaiser up the inside, onto the old hairpin, and he makes the corner, but there is room on the exit for Mark Woodhouse to come back. And that's very close. 2x2 up towards the top of the hill, and it's Kaiser that just comes out on top. So Kaiser through into 4th place.
Andrew Whitehead had a massive slowdown penalty there, so he's dropped down. I think he's got quite considerable damage to the back of his car as well. The rear end stoved in, so he's dropped down now behind Craig McLeod-Evans. Leggett is in 27th, McLeod-Evans 24th. So McLeod-Evans really needs to pull forward a number of places, and for Leggett to really not finish in this one. But it's Matt Bunn out the front of the field at the moment. He's in the lead, 1.1 seconds ahead of Tristan Bodis in second. Tom Stanley is in third place with Jeroen Kaiser now in fourth. Matt Woodhouse and Adam Gosling battling away for 5th and 6th place. Ben Hackerson in 7th with Lewis Bibbett 8th. Clinton Bell is 9th with Diogo Melro in 10th, and Pete Harrod trying his best to get past Pete Newman into into the Redgate, and Old Hall. That's an Alton. As we go down towards the old hairpin, that's why I was getting confused. And Harrod, he's having to just back up and look behind. Hall and Piers Pryor banging doors, and Hall managing to stay ahead, and Pryor forces Pryor wide. It's as I say, gloves off racing this time, and Pryor's going to go down the inside now of Hall. So Hall, is he going to lose that place? He's got John Roberts behind. Roberts is a man who's dropped back a bit from the start here. A little bit of contact between Hall and Pryor. And, here comes Roberts now down the inside of Coppice on Hall. And that contact has cost Michael Hall time and speed down the straight here, down the Starkey straight in towards the chicane. Roberts, late braking. Almost missed his braking there. And, good stuff from him to keep it out of the car in front. Piers Pryor, and here comes Stuart Atkinson now, and Michael Hall's dropping down the order here. Atkinson making it 3 wide into Redgate corner, and Hall, he's going to lose that place there to Atkinson. You could see that coming. You could see it coming. Michael Hall, he was up, to be fair, he was up against the left-hand side of the track. There's not really anywhere for him to go, and he has sent Stuart Atkinson into the wall. So that's that XL Designs car dropping down the order down to 30th place. But really, you always see this with the Touring Car Series, is we've got a car running wide there, and Diogo Melro are trying to get past Clinton Bell. It was Bell who was running wide through McLean's. But you always see this with the Touring Car Series. The last round of the season, it is just absolutely gloves off. It's bare knuckle fist fighting here.
You could say that these Kia Optimas XL are being turned around when hitting the right rear quarter panel. Very good. Lap 5 then of the final race of the season. Jim Flanagan and Ben Gregory battling here over 19th and 20th, I think, going through the final chicane. Craig Evans going off in the background just a bit there, but so many battles going on throughout the field.
Certainly, and well, people have got to watch out for their instance. Adam Hadfield and Sean Gardner on 7 as Gregory gets pushed wide by Flanagan. We always say that Jim Flanagan is not an easy man to overtake, and he's showing it once again that he'll get the old shoulder out there and push them out the way. As I say, Hadfield and Gardner on 7 instant points there already in the race, with Sakovic and Flanagan on 6. So really, Ben Gregory, he's trying to force Flanagan into a mistake, and in fact that mistake has come as well. Oh, has it? No, Gregory's dropped back actually behind Max Wright, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Going into the next lap then, and well, Piers Pryor and Pete Harrod, they're pretty close together, but Pete Harrod is also hounding Pete Newman to the two Petes. You can't separate them. You really can't in this series, and well, Harrod trying his best to do a good job for the team, and Euro Kaiser though, up there in 4th place doing a fantastic work, and Diogo Moro in 10th. You would have to say that Team Mad have got one hand on that team's championship, and you think of where they were last season compared to where they are now. That's absolutely fantastic turnaround for that team, so Dave Crozier will be happy. Piers Pryor down the inside of Pete Harrod, and Harrod drops down that position, but Harrod is trying to get the cut back and run on Pryor down towards McLean's once again, but Harrod having to settle for dropping down 1 position in that battle. So Chris Wood is also on the back of Chaz Draycott. And, well, looking further down your order, James Leggett 25th, Craig McLeod-Evans 21st. So that's not enough points. Craig needs to move forward and move forward fast. There's only 12 minutes remaining in this one, and it's all going down to the wire here. But Chris Wood trying his best to get past Chaz Draycott at the moment. And Draycott, it's been a while since he's been in the series. He's missed the last few weeks, but he is back and giving a good showing of himself against Chris. One of the, I'm sure he'll be voted the most improved driver of the season, because the turnaround he's made has been absolutely fantastic here. But Wood trying his best, still going side by side down the crane of curves with Draycott and Adam. We've seen this time and again that cars can make it side by side, but that inside line is the ideal one for all of the old hairpin.
Yeah, so that's probably the hardest corner on the circuit to get a counter-attack done, as Piers Pryor goes up the inside of number 58, that is Pete Newman, into the right-hander at the top of the hill, and here comes Pete Harris to try and get another position as well. Up the inside he goes, almost contact there between the Simpson Racing privateer driver there, and now the Seacron East Coast Hydrographics car, Michael Hall, the runner-up in race 1, is on the back of these guys now, into the final chicane. Oh, close there between Seacron and East Coast Hydrographics drivers, and Pete Harris got a good run through the final chicane on Pete Newman, and we could be about to go 3 wide here, Paul. Look at Michael Hall.
Michael Hall's going to stick it down the inside. That's what he's going to do. And there could be contact here if they're not careful. And Harrod on the outside, he's going to back out of it, really, because he's in the bad place in that one. And Hall, well, he's just getting the moves done. He's been a bit forceful in this one. And, well, as we go into the old hairpin once again, it's going to be Hall down the inside of Newman. Well, they're still side by side as they go through there, up towards McLean's, and still door banging all the way up towards McLean's. And will there be contact here? And no, there won't. And well, Harrod's trying his best now. That's brilliant. Harrod is now trying to get alongside Newman here, trying to follow Michael Hall through. But still
there.
Side by side. They've been going at it for practically a lap side by side. This is fantastic from these two. But all this is allowing John Roberts and who's that behind Roberts? It's 67 car, so he's a lap down. I think Andrew Whitehead, yeah, he's a lap down. He was involved in that first lap shenanigans. So Roberts is right up there with these two now battling away. And Harrod looking to the inside. Oh, he's now having to cut back on the outside. How on earth are they going to do it? And well, Harrod is trying to make it work around the outside again.
Well, there's going to be a quarter penalty on the exit of the first corner, but Newman saw that Harrod had just enough of the car on the inside to stop doing that, and through the crater curves we go, and into the old hairpin, the XLD Motorsport car of John Roberts, who had to serve a slowdown penalty on the opening lap. That's why he's so far down. Now trying to gain some positions back. Howard still trying to get past the Simpson racing car. Newman through the left-hander and up to the top of the hill. Around the outside possibly, but then the XLD Motorsports car's on the inside. Very close.
Yeah, John Roberts almost getting involved in that one, giving maybe a little bit of rubbing up there, but certainly really close action between these guys. By the way, the iGlazing Limit Squad team, 4th and 5th, Adam Gosling and Ben Hackerson, great moving up through the field for them too, so they'll be happy with how they're going so far in this one. But it's it's these guys battling it out, still duking it out towards the end of this race. 8 minutes left in this one, and it's Matthew Bunn in the lead ahead of Tristan Bodis, and then it's Tom Stanley in 3rd place. Really good position for Tom in this one final race. Adam Gosling 4th, Ben Hackerson 5th, Jeroen Kaiser 6th with Lewis Bibby 7th, Clinton Bell 8th. Piers Pryor is up to 9th place now. He's made it past Matt Woodhouse there. Diogo Melro trying to get past Woodhouse there, but Woodhouse stays in 10th place ahead of Diogo Melro, although Melro trying to go around the outside as they go up towards McLean's once again, and the Season 4 champion goes around the outside, doesn't even have to wait for McLean, straight through. Great work from him. And Michael Hall now catching up to the back of these guys. And, well, he's managed to get away. John Roberts has made it ahead of Pete Harrod as well.
Roberts through then on the 2-time champion. And XLD Motorsport, of course, won 2 races earlier in the season with Andrew Whitehead at Summit and the round after that. They're doing brilliant here as they all lap a Bill DeCare going into the final chicane. But good way to end the season for some of these teams. iGlazing Limit Squad as well, who haven't had the best of seasons, as they're now trying to both get past Tom Stanley, with Lewis Bibby in the mix there as well. So Bibby up inside the top 5 here in the final race of the evening. And he's trying to get past one of the iGlazing Limit Squad cars. He's just got past Hackerson. Hackerson will try and fight back up the inside of the crane of curves and into the old hairpin. But Bibby will have the inside line, I think, and will have the position.
Yeah, it is Bibby who is ahead now and will take that position. So 5th place for Lewis Bibby, splitting those iGlazing Limit Squad cars, and a special livery for that team here, because it is their final race as a team. They're going to be splitting up, and well, here comes Jeroen Kaiser now on Ben Hackerson, and it's going to be Hackerson losing that place there to Kaiser. So Kaiser, great work around the outside into Coppice, and that's a job done for him. We've lost Adam Hadfield from the race. He's got disqualified, reached the instant limit there for that one. Flanagan and Atkinson, they're on 10 instants, so really got to be careful as we go into the final 6 minutes of this race. And, well, we've still got battling further down as well. James Leggett currently 25th, right behind Chris Sherburn. And Leggett, he is 25th, as I say. Craig McLeod-Evans now up to 19th in this race, with Jim Flanagan, fellow Scotsman, ahead of him. And, well, Flanagan, we've seen time and again how difficult he is to get past, but Evans, he'll be desperate to make that move stick and to get forward, because Max Wright is not that far ahead, and Chaz Draycott, again, not that far ahead of him.
Absolutely, yeah, and this battle going on just a bit outside the top 15. A few cars in front of them, and yeah, Craig Evans trying to gain some positions, trying to get past Flanagan. Has a little look at the inside and is going up the inside, and that's a forceful move there. And that is that a Scott on Scott right there? I think it might be, and that is Craig Evans through, and here comes Gregory up the inside.
Yep, Gregory to try and make the move there. So getting involved here, but McLeod Evans ahead of Jim Flanagan, and well, side by side as they go into the chicane, and Gregory just backing out of that one. Flanagan is staying ahead for the time being. So McLeod Evans up to 18th now, is a second behind Max Wright. Max Wright is putting the pressure on Chaz Draycott ahead of him. So everything's still to play for. You never say die until the end. 4.5 minutes left in this race. And, well, Adam Gosling now, he is trying to put the pressure on Tom Stanley ahead of him. He's got Lewis Bibby and Jeroen Kaiser behind as well. So he's trying to get the move on here to get that place and to get that that's third place, sorry, from Tom Stanley, and Tristan Bodice actually is only half a second ahead of Tom Stanley. So we're going to fight on here for the final few podium positions here. Lewis Bibby trying to show his nose at Adam Gosling as they go down to the final chicane. So really close action here, and still they go on for another lap here. We're on to lap 14. Lap 15, sorry, as they go across the line. 3.5 minutes remaining in this one, Adam. And, it's impossible to call who's going to finish on the podium here.
Yeah, we haven't actually taken our time to look at the lap times in this second race. And this last time around, it was Tom Stanley just a few tenths of a second quicker. So we'll see what happens. Going into the old hairpin. And I wonder if Tom Stanley's been looking after his tyres, because we haven't been talking about the tyres either because of the action that's occurring in both of the races tonight. I wonder if Tom Stanley might have set off a bit too quickly, because now he is being hunted down by Adam Gosling. Of course, Gosling, runner-up in season 2 and 3, not had the best of seasons this time around, but he wants to end with a spot on the podium this time.
Yeah, certainly does, as they head through Coppice once again. And, what a fantastic racing we're seeing here, and the late afternoon sunlight here just giving that little golden glow over the series. What a finale it's been, and what a way to finish off this season. We've got 2.5 minutes left, and one of the cars running wide, that's Ben Hackerson, who ran wide through the final corner, so he drops down just time wise. Piers Pryor up to 8th place now. He started in 20th place, so great work from him. Just looking at you guys in the top 10 that have moved forward. Lewis Bibby started 12th, is currently 5th. And also you have got Ben Hackerson 17th to 7th, and Piers Pryor 20th to 8th, Clinton Bell 14th to 9th, and Diogo Melro 15th to 10th. So plenty of movers here. Matt Woodhouse has started on pole though, down to that 11th place for the time being, and come under pressure from Michael Hall behind, Adam.
And who's that looking at the inside? That is Michael Hall trying to get past Mark Woodhouse. It looks like a move could have been on there. Yep, into the inside at McLean's, but no way through there. So,
look at second place.
Second place is definitely on. Here's Tristan Bodice. He's having to go on the defensive. Who's going to get the position here into the chicane? He's going to go around the outside. So it's Adam Gosling, and there's contact made. And he's all over the place. And Bibby's going to go through the middle. He might be able to take no! What happened there? Was that a slowdown?
Slowdown penalty, I think, possibly for Bibby. But Stanley, well, that's one way to lose a bunch of positions here as they head into Redgate Corner. And I think Bibby's still having to serve that slowdown penalty. So, disaster for them. But Tristan Bodice managing to hold on to his second place here. And they'll be wanting a really good result here for that team, because it's been a torrid season for that Gone Broke Racing team. And, the Brit Muddler team, I should say, for them. And it'd be a good finish to the season. But Gosling, a man who has finished runner-up the past 2 seasons, he is not one who will be easy to get away from. We're into the last 35 seconds of this race, and we'll get one more lap of this action here.
Fantastic run.
And yeah, look at that run from Gosling there. And he's going to look down the inside, and you would think that Gosling maybe would make that move. He's not going to for the time being, though, as they head into the chicane for the final time, Adam.
So yeah, Tristan Bodice is dispatched with the previous 2, and Gosling and Bibby. Now he's got the iGlazing Limit scorecard of Gosling queuing up behind him. As we go across the line into the first corner. Round the outside goes Adam Gosling, and so does Jerome Kaiser. So there's a car going sideways. It was Tom Stanley, but here we go through the corner curves, and the move's been done. So Adam Gosling is now through into third position. Sorry, second position.
Yeah.
And what's going on there between Kaiser and I thought he was going to hit Bodice, then he was so late on the brakes.
He was almost hit off by Hackerson as well, and that's backed them up into Piers Pryor. Pryor now looking to the inside of Ben Hackerson, and they're going to go side by side into McLean's here. And contact between Kaiser and Hackerson, and bye-bye. Bump and run, away he goes. Kaiser loses 2 positions, but that is that was the close action we get here, and sometimes little mistakes are made. But as we head down to the final chicane, and it's going to be Matt Bunn. Look at this, from lights to flag, he got out in front, at the start. He's going to come through the final corner. He's going to take the win in the final round of Season 4 of the Club Series with East Coast Hydrographics. Second place will go to Tristan Bodis. Adam Gosling, sorry. Tristan Bodis, a fantastic third place for him, with Ben Hackerson fourth. Great work from him. Craig McLeod-Evans, he's going to come across the line in 18th place here. And you would think that that's not going to be enough, possibly. We'll have to check the tables once it all gets sorted out, because James Leggett comes across the line and he's going to finish in 24th place there. And, well, once we get it confirmed, that should be the title win for James. But, as I say, we'll get it confirmed. But I would be pretty safe in saying that that's Leggett, Tier 2 champion.
The difference between finishing positions is 12 points. 42 for 18th place for Evans and 30 points for the 24th place.
And we said it was, what, 35 points,
35 points, so yeah. Craig Evans was only able to get the deficit down to 23 points. So my maths say that James Leggett is the Tier 2 champion.
Well, congratulations to James. I know it's been a hard-fought championship for him, and, well, thoroughly deserved for him. He's had a few trials and tribulations involved in that championship as well. And, yeah, great work from him to get that one. We'll confirm everything when everything is all settled down and the points get updated for us here. But certainly great work from James in that one. Matt Bunn's been celebrating, by the way, in the kitty litter down at the old hairpin. And certainly he's happy with getting a win right at the end of this season, so he'll be hoping to take that forward into next season. And so, Adam, after another, well, it was a bit more scruffy race, that one. Why don't you take us through the final results of the final round of Season 4 of the Club Series?
Okay, so round 18 of 18. Matt Bunn takes the win. Second for Adam Gosling. Tristan Bodis gets third in the end, so still a podium for him. Ben Hackerson in fourth. Fifth for Piers Pryor after starting in 20th, after winning the first race, of course. Sixth for Jerome Kaiser. Seventh for Tom Stanley. Eighth for Clinton Bell. Lewis Bibby ninth. And 10th, Diego Melro. Mark Woodhouse, the pole sitter, finished in 11th. Michael Hall in 12th. Pete Newman 13th. Pete Harrod bows out as champion in 14th. John Roberts in 15th. 16th, Chaz Draycott. 17th Max Wright, 18th Craig Evans, 19th Ben Gregory, and 20th Maciek Sakovic. Jim Flanagan in 21st, Lon Murray 22nd, 23rd Chris Wood, 24th James Leggett, who we think is the Tier 2 champion for this season. Chris Sherburn 25th, Neil Rocks 26th, 27th is Darrell Rampton, 28th Dale Green, 29th Roy Verke, and the car's one lap down or more. Andrew Whitehead started 5th, encountered issues, and finished one lap down. Sean Gardner also one lap down. Ian Roskell a lap down in 32nd. Bill DeCare in 33rd. Scott Malcolm 34th. Jason Rowe 35th. Stuart Atkinson 2 laps down in 36th place. Adam Hadfield 8 laps down in 37th. And Sam Reed, after blowing an engine in race 1 and starting 34th for race 2, he had issues on lap 1 and finished in 38th. Well, it's been a brilliant season, and we've got some drivers lining up to get some to talk to us. I think we've got some interviews, and we'll get. Let's get our race 1 winner, Adam, taken away with Piers Pryor. So Piers Pryor, brilliant race meeting to end the season. A first from pole position, as always, in race 1, and a 20th to 5th place in race 2. So pretty entertaining evening for you.
Yeah, it was awesome fun racing. I love Donington. I don't know what it is, I just always loved it, and it just seems to go well for me. And went pretty much to plan the first race. I didn't get caught up in anything, didn't have my pit limiter on or anything like that, and just managed to pull a gap. And the second race, as always, is a bit crazy. I managed to avoid the carnage on the first couple of laps, and then picked people off as I went along, and it was awesome fun, really good fun.
Well, you end the season, I do believe, in around 3rd position in the standings. How would you rate your season as a whole?
I think it's gone. I think it's gone pretty well. I mean, 3rd it can't be too bad. I would have liked to have. I hope taken it to Diogo and for the whole duration of the season, but he was just too consistent. I mean, he was just pretty much dominated from the word go. and he hasn't made any mistakes all season. And that's just shown in the fact that he won the series around early.
Oh, well, going into next season, can we expect to see you on the grid for the next season?
Yeah, I'm planning to be on the grid for next season, still with Club 73, and it's nice now we've got some backing from Highfield Motorcycles as well. So yeah, it'll be good fun. We've got a strong lineup. It's been just been announced in the Facebook group. I'm not sure if it's public yet or not, but strong lineup for Club 73 and Club 73 with Highfield Motorcycles for next season. So I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully I can make all of the rounds next year, and if Diogo's back, we'll have a fight for it again, and anyone else who joins.
Paul, anything for Piers?
Well, I mean, I was just going to finish off with finishing third, only 197 points behind Diogo in the end. Considering that you missed 2 weeks that you missed, so you must be delighted with how your performance has gone though in the season, considering that you have missed those 2 meetings.
Yeah, it was disappointing that I had to miss the second one. I mean, I was scheduled to only miss 1 meeting, but then something came up. So I was racing somewhere. I did the 24-hour karting 24-hour, which came up, and I wasn't planning to do that at that point. So I missed 1 round, and then the second one I missed. Obviously, that gives an instant dent in your championship. I think it would have been closer if I'd have made the 2. But I think, I mean, as you can see by the points, making 197 points difference between us, I don't think I would have been able to catch Diogo anyway. But I think it's been going pretty well. I mean, I got pole at most rounds, so the practice I'm putting in is obviously working, and I'm really enjoying. I'm sort of managed to break my duck of sort of crashing in every race 2 that I had sort of followed on from last year. So that's all right. I can actually finish race 2 most of the time now. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the club series. Can't wait to get back going again, and I just love the racing. And also, obviously, it's a great series. Thanks to everyone that organised it. I know Matt has put a lot of effort in. Chaz in for the first half of the season. I know he's passed it over to Matt now, and also you guys at Apex Racing TV, and for also a great broadcast, which makes it all the more desirable and fun to get involved with.
Well, yeah. Well, thanks a lot, Piers, for all the action, and we'll look forward to seeing you next season. Who knows? It might be the year of Club 73.
I would love nothing more than Club 73 to be up there. We're going for the team championship, and I'll be going for the driver championship. So hopefully both can align, and we'll do the double next year. But only time will tell. Okay. Well, thanks a lot for joining us, Piers. Thanks a lot. See you soon. Well, Adam, take it away. Tier 2 champion, James Leggett.
Oh, James Leggett joins us now. Well done. You're the Tier 2 champion for this season.
Thanks, gents. Yeah, that was a bit of a nuts event, really. It didn't go to plan at all. Right from the get-go, it kind of all fell apart. But yeah, that was good fun. Had the old nerves going at the end, but yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, right. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, just want to say congrats to Craig for running so close. Yeah, that was good fun.
Well, race 1, we first of all saw Craig Evans in the gravel down at the old hairpin, but then we saw your car going sideways at the top of the hill going onto the back straight. What happened there?
Yeah, I had a bit of a help with that one. The field kind of bunched up a little bit, and I don't remember who was behind me, but whoever it was, I don't think they realised that it was bunching up quite as much as it did. So yeah, put me into the back of, I think it was Roy I was following, and then got a slowdown, which I tried to serve, and then got spun out as well.
And then in the second race, what was your mentality there? Just go out as normal, or were you trying not to get into too many battles with anyone in case you picked up any damage?
No, I kind of went out as normal, apart from losing it down through the corner curves. Again, got a slow down, and then it was just a case of working through that. I didn't really race many folk after that. I had a good battle with, I think it was Chris Sherburn towards the end. Yeah, kept me honest. That was good fun.
Even though you were able to get the Tier 2 title tonight, would you have done anything differently this season?
Yeah, maybe a couple of races I'd have been a bit less aggressive, because the points rack up. But yeah, no, yeah, it's been good fun. Just a shame that Sean wasn't able to get back up onto the podium. Him missing the first race at Motegi last week was a bit of a killer. But yeah, I think it was Jason picked up third in T2.
Yeah,
it should be. Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations to him as well. That was a good fight between the 4 of us, really, all season long.
Going into next season, can we see you on the grid for season 5 of the Club Series?
Yes, we'll be back. Subaru for You will be back as well. I believe we've got 3 drivers. It will be Sean and myself and one other. Just waiting on confirmation of that. But yeah, yes, we will be back.
Just before we let you go, do you want to send a quick shout out to anyone?
Yeah, thanks to the rest of the Subaru for You team, the XLD boys, all part of the Power Slide family. You boys for the broadcast, it's always been good fun. I enjoy watching them back. The other admins for getting this all together, and all the other drivers. It's been good fun. There's been a good bit of battling right the way through the field.
Well done on collecting the inaugural Tier 2 championship for this season. James Eggert, thanks for talking to us.
Cracking. Thank you very much, boys. Have a good one.
So before we move on, I just want to quickly go through the top 3 of each standings, just to give people up to date. So Diogo Melro was the champion. We confirmed that last week. He won the championship, 1,384 points. That's 148 points ahead of Pete Harrod, who finishes in second. So the man who has won the last 2 seasons finishes in second. Just goes to show the consistency of Pete. So good title fight there. And in third place was Piers Pryor, 197 points behind Diogo Melro. In your Tier 2 category, it was James Leggett who won there. We've just spoken to, 803 points, finishing 61 points ahead of Craig McLeod-Evans, who finished in second, with third place being Jason Rowe, 135 points behind the winner. And in the team standings, because we didn't know how this one would go out, but it went in the end to Team Mad with, my OCD is going to love this point score, 2,400 points, a nice round number for you there. 75 points ahead of CQR, and then also CQR East Coast Hydrographics on 121 points behind them. So really good final standings of the top 3. There'll be you'll be able to check out the website for the full standings from any time now. Really, we're going to grab quick words with a few more drivers because it is the end of the season. You know, it's only right to have a quick word with people, and I want to have a quick word with the winner from the final round of the championship there, Mr. Matt Bunn. Matt, we saw you starting up there at the front of the grid, second place, and you got a fantastic start there. Just talk us through that second race, because it looked like were you managing that gap at the front, or were you giving it everything each lap?
Hey guys, yeah, I had a good start. Going into the first corner, I sort of messed up a bit, went a bit too hot with the cold tyres, so I sort of just understeered out wide, lost the places. Luckily, I managed to get them back. Got a couple of second gap, and then it was just a case of not really managing the gap. I was more concentrated on the tyres, because with this setup around this track, the tyres are just shot in the last sort of 10 minutes of the race, so I was just sort of nursing the tyres really, and trying to, at the end, just trying to keep that 2-second gap. It was nice to see in my mirrors that the guys behind, I mean, there was a trail of about 7 cars all battling out, so I knew that I had the opportunity to sort of get the win. It's about time I got the win.
Yeah, certainly is about time you got that win. But looking at how your season's gone in general, are you pleased with the 5th place, or do you think you could have done better?
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased. Had a pretty poor start to the season, both as the driver and teams really. Both the CQR teams, we had some sort of drivers not attending really, so we missed out on quite a few points at the beginning of the season. So I think we could have been to be honest, after 2 or 3 rounds, both CQR teams were pretty much, second from last. So to come back and get second and third in the teams championship was pretty good fate. But yeah, drivers, not too bad. I'm overall happy. I'm just looking forward to next season, to be honest. We've got some plans in place to really see us up there with both drivers and the team. So.
And of course, you're the man who's taking the figurehead of the championship. Season 5, is it looking good? We've got some interesting plans ahead for the next season.
I don't think we're going to make too many massive changes. There'll probably be a few sort of clarifications to certain rules and things. Just general improvements. Just trying to improve it little by little each season, really. The tracks, we've got some interesting tracks lined up. But yeah, it should be a good lead up to Christmas.
Certainly, absolutely. And anyone finally you just want to give a quick mention to?
You guys doing all the broadcasting, all the admin guys for helping out, and all the drivers. The series is just getting better and better every season, and seeing the progression of pretty much the majority of the grid. I mean, some of them guys are just getting so quick, and we're seeing some fantastic racing. So I'm just looking forward to seeing how season 5 pans out and seeing who's going to be up there, because we're seeing some names that are not normally up in the top 5, and they're all up there, so it could mix things up quite a bit.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for joining us, Matt, and all the best for the off season.
Yep, cheers guys. See you next season.
Matt Bunn there, and now I know he's not been driving this season. But I want to have a quick word with him. Team manager of Team Mad, Dave Crozier. Dave, how do you feel about that, considering where the team was last season, the complete turnaround that you've made in fortune here to take it to the team championship?
Well, it's quite surreal, Paul. I'm obviously a better manager than I was driver.
But you must be delighted, though, to have that turnaround. Because, end of the day, the team that you had was it was a good team that you had with people like Trevor, yourself, Jim Flanagan. But do you think that just that little change up there of Diogo coming in, and then your own Kaiser taking over from Trevor when he sort of stepped aside in this season, do you think that's really what helped you push on and take that championship?
Oh, absolutely. Well, Diogo coming in initially helped the team originally, and then Jerome coming in second that. So, and then it's helped Jim as well. So it's been I'm struggling for words, to be honest.
Well, I mean, it is a fantastic achievement, and we've seen this championship has been dominated by CQR. So to have beaten not just one but 2 CQR teams, it really must be sort of like the icing on top of the cake.
CQR who?
But just before we let you get off, anyone you want to have a quick mention to while you're here on the broadcast?
Oh, well, there's obviously Diogo and Jerome and Jim. Admittedly, we probably couldn't have done it without Trevor for the last couple of seasons, because when we first set off, it was just me and Trev. And you guys for making the broadcast quite good to watch, because that's how I've been able to keep up when I haven't been able to race myself. So thank you all.
Well, thanks a lot, Dave, and congratulations on the team win. It's a great achievement. Well done. We will be seeing you again. We'll be seeing the team again next season, and maybe yourself as well.
The team will be back. I won't be racing next season. A few things to sort out first, but we'll be back. I've got to have a car with a number 1 on.
That's one for the photo book, absolutely. Well, congratulations, Dave, on a fantastic win this season.
Thank you very much.
And Joe, I'm conscious here of us running out of time here in this broadcast.
They're queuing up, huh?
Yeah, and they're all queuing up here for a quick word. What we'll do, Adam, you randomly pick one person that we're going to have a final word, the final interview of the season for. Anytime, Adam.
Yeah,
who do you think?
I'm dragging them up.
And Adam, take it away with your choice of the final interview of the season.
Craig Evans, hello.
Right, how's it going?
Yeah, good, all good up here. Second place in the Tier 2 standings, however, I think being in the gravel on the opening lap of race 1 really summed up the race meeting for you.
Didn't help, did it?
No.
No, Joe, it was another one of those nights that could have been, but I'm happy to get second. I'm happy to be in the top 3, if I'm honest with you. And James, throughout the season, he was the deserved winner anyway. So I've got to congratulate him first of all. But no, the night didn't really start the best. I was a bit hot-headed to begin with. I wanted to get as many places as I could, and I went for it was a gap, but it wasn't really the best of gaps on Sean Gardner, and I think we just came a little bit together. So it was a bit of a silly one. So, but yeah, I'm happy with second to keep second overall. So it wasn't too drastic.
How would you rate your season as a whole then? I know you missed out on the Tier 2 championship, but there must have been a whole load of positives to take away from this series.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know what? Say if you asked me at the start of the season, or you told me I'd be in the top 3 of the Tier 2s, I wouldn't have believed you. In the Pro Series and the World Series, I haven't been having the best of times overall, so to kind of be fighting for a championship is something that's completely new to me, and the pressure really showed tonight. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to next season. Probably going to get bumped up to Tier 1, but that's another challenge in itself.
Well, before we let you go, do you want to send a quick shout out to anyone?
Yeah, definitely. I'll shout out again to James. That was a great season. It was fighting all the way through, so well deserved. And also shout out to my teammates Lauren and Ethan as well. So we had a great season. Hopefully going to come back again for the next one.
Well, it's the final interview of the season, and thanks for talking to us, Craig. And yeah, we'll see you on the Paul.
And what's more amazing is that Craig actually made it onto the broadcast in the final round of the championship as well, after what happened in Season 2 at Donington, exactly. Well done, Craig. Great work from yourself here this season.
Thanks, guys, and thanks to the broadcast as well. I really should mention to you guys and the admin team, it's been a fantastic effort.
No, but that's it. You're done. No, you had your chance.
You cut me off now? All right, okay.
Well, thanks a lot, Craig.
We'll trigger the blue screen it down.
See you later.
So that is it. So Adam, just final thoughts on this championship, and well, I don't know how we're going to top that for Season 5, because it was a thrilling championship. Okay, the main championship was decided last week, but we still had fantastic racing and great drama all the way through.
Yeah, the championship was almost a sideshow from the great action that we were seeing week in and week out, and well done to Diogo Melro and to James Leggett and to Team Mad on winning their retrospective championships. But the racing we've had all season has been brilliant, and yeah, we were struggling to pick out just one event as one of the best, and yeah, next season it's going to be tough for it to top, but I'm sure the organisers will go away, make some necessary tweaks, and when we're back in a few weeks' time, we're going to have another brilliant championship on our hands on the run up to Christmas.
Although there is next week on Sunday a charity race as well going on, so certainly we'll be looking forward to that one. We'll be showing that. There will be some interesting names in that one. So Mr. Ashley Sutton is going to be taking part in that one, so I think Piers Pryor is going to, if he takes part in that one, he's going to have his hand full there, so somebody to give him a go. So that's next week on Sunday. There will be details going on the Club Series website, so make sure you check that out as well. But I've thoroughly enjoyed this championship, and it just keeps on going from strength to strength. And Season 5, well, it's really going to be an interesting way to finish it off. Really interested to see how that can beat this season. But anyway, from everyone here, from myself, Paul Smith, from Adam Bath, from Samuli Kumo, we also had Dan Blake on the commentary this season as well, and Alex Simpson as well. So everyone here at Apex Racing TV, we thank you very much for joining us. We'll look forward to your company next season. But don't forget, next week the charity race as well. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.